Alright, we got a new project here. I went ahead and traded the trike out for this chopper bike. It's a Schwinn Orange County chopper. So I traded that trike out for this, and I also got that little one back there. I didn't know they made a little one, but that's a cute little guy. And I got some motor parts that originally went on this bike, but I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe that's a future project too that can put a motor on that. I'm gonna put a motor on this one too. I'm gonna use a 212 Predator engine. I'm not gonna use a engine kit. Those engines I think are a little too small. Well, obviously it needs a lot of work, so I'm gonna go ahead and prep it up, take everything apart, cut off all these access brackets here. These brackets need to be cut off. I think this one was for a chain guard, but I'm really debating on either A, making this a moped, a motorized bike, or B, fully committing to just making it engine powered. If I do that, I don't need the pedals. I can take those off, and I think it'll be a lot easier, because if I put the 212 on here, it's going to fit pretty wide. It's going to be like way out here, and I'm going to have to put a wide crank on it. But I'm not sure if the wide crank assembly is wide enough for the 212. For now, I'm just going to take this frame apart, clean everything up. Some spokes back there are destroyed, so I'm going to have to replace some of the spokes on the back end. The front end seems fine. But yeah, it's going to need a lot of loving, so I'm going to get to it right now. I also find it funny that this seat belongs on a girl's bike. This is obviously not the original seat. The seat kind of looks like that little guy over there. So I'm gonna have to at least try to find a seat that is original. Now I know that they don't make them anymore, so it's gonna be kind of difficult to find that. But I'm gonna do my best. Yeah, I don't think these were the original bolts either. See, these ones have a flange, and the flange has been digging into this piece here. I could just replace it. It looks like the handlebar was shortened up. You see this was all welded. I think they cut it here and shortened it. They put a sleeve or something over it, and then they grinded it down. I'll probably get a new different handlebar anyways for it. These are rusted in here. I'm gonna have to arm wrestle that out. So I just noticed this doesn't have threads on it. So everything's held by that Allen bolt. So I started with taking off the front forks just to get that wheel out of the way, because the kickstand picks up the bike in the front, which I thought was pretty neat. So yeah, the front was an easy starting point to take off. Now I'm going to the pedals, but I noticed this crank arm here almost just barely passes the chain. Even, actually no, it's rubbing on the chain. So if I do want to keep this a moped, I'm going to have to bend this crank arm back a little bit, which is helping me make the choice of making this a full, just committing to just making it engine power and not a moped. By the way, this bike didn't have a master link, so this is why I'm doing this. Otherwise, the master link would be a heck of a lot easier to take off than to break the chain free. Okay, there we go. Take this off anyways. There's a screw in there. Well, that piece that holds on the bearing, like this, but on this side. And there's no grease, it's all dirt. Well, that's expected. Okay, I was just beating the hell out of it to get it off. Loosening it. Huh. I thought it was reverse thread. It's not reverse thread. You'd think cranking this way would tighten it, but it's actually loosening it. Oh, my bad. I'm stupid. This is reverse threaded, because I was spinning it righty-tighty, which was loosening it. You'd think it'd be on this side though, because I'll take this stuff apart. That's why they had it covered. Wow. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to take all this off. I'm going to chop this off. This is originally where your seat would mount inside. And here's a clamp. It's down here, it's not up here. So I'm going to try to grind all this off. Cut this, grind it off. I'll see if I can do that. But first, I gotta take all this stuff off first before I start chopping up the frame. I do like how fat this tire is. That's pretty sick. Yeah, it has a gotta be careful. Some of these spokes in here are busted. I gotta be careful. But it does have a freewheel. There are no coaster brakes on this. Looks like a real spring for this. Not here, not here. So I just had it. Yes, it is. I wanted that. Yep. By the way, all these metal shavings came out of the frame. That wasn't me stripping stuff. In fact, you could still hear it. It's in the frame. Oh, great. But yeah, I got the seat off. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut all this extra stuff off. Weld up some of the holes that I saw around, trying to make it one solid piece. So I'm cutting pieces off, and it looks like there's pipes inside of pipes inside of pipes, but I don't know how, but they managed to weld it inside here. The seat tube is still, at least the post is still in the seat tube. Probably some bad lighting, but you can see the post is still in there. They welded the post inside. I don't think I can get that out. Which means I'm gonna have to cut the post, or the seat tube, so I can take this out. I didn't want to have to do that, but I can't get this out the way it is, so I'm gonna have to do that. Also, the way this was mounted, you were pretty much sitting on the fender. If you could tell, you could see back here, this is starting to rip off the frame because the majority of the weight was here on your fender. Yeah, like I said, it's tubes inside of tubes. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop this piece off here and then clean all of this stuff out and get like this stuff, well, stuff like that. And I'm gonna clean it up right now. Pipes inside pipes. There's like 3 pieces in this. Holy cow. I think because the seat post is aluminum, so they couldn't weld the aluminum. So yeah, as you could tell, that's aluminum. Okay, the seat tube is off. I didn't want to take it off, but there's no way I can get this seat post out, and look, there's still something there. But I'll clean all this up, and I'll put something here in this. Well, I gotta get this out of the way and then see where the engine will mount. I'd probably have to take this out anyways, so there's that. I potentially made it easier for myself. So I finished pretty much cleaning up the frame. I went and grinded down all this stuff here, and I bent this back, smoothed it out from this side the best that I can, because this area was hard to get to. In doing all this, it revealed holes in the frame. So I'm really glad I cleaned it up, so now I could just have to come in and weld all this up and grind it smooth. So I had to take this chain cover off because it will hit the engine. It will get in the way, so I had to remove it. But now that the frame is prepped up, I just gotta start mocking stuff up, start putting the engine in there and seeing where to go.